Vonte Sweet and Tyron Turner. Happy to have y'all both on the platform, man.
Yep,
Happy to be here.
yep.
Yep,
Happy to
we in
be
there. We in
here.
the building.
How you doing?
Hey, man, just grinding. But before we get into this interview, right, I gotta ask y'all being so cool, how did y'all first meet?
Man, I have my rendition, and I know he probably got his, but I remember just going on, auditions, and his picture would always come in the thing, and it's like he was like we looked up to him, like everybody when his picture was in there, we're like, oh shit, we ain't finna get the part. Here come this nigga right here, right? So that my initial how I met him was like I just didn't want to see the nigga in audition. You feel me? So I go into audition and I'm like, okay, read my lines or whatever. And then this nigga picture come up and shit in the in the casting thing. I'm like, oh, here we go with this shit again. You know what I mean? So it was just
You
one.
always tell that story. He been telling that story for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? That's that's funny.
So look, so we up for this. They had this TV show called Rock, right? So I'm up for it. He up for it or whatever. And it's like it's out of me and like him and three other people. And I'm like, watch this nigga get it. I just felt it. You know what I mean? So my agent called me and said, I said, so what they saying? Oh, they gave it to Vonte Sweet. I was like, huh? Again? So that's our story. He was like, it started off like as a friendly rival, but not really. But it was just like, man, this nigga taking all the goddamn jobs.
Yeah, a lot of times I didn't know how everybody felt, you know what I'm saying? Because I was just in my own little mind frame, but I always, you know, people would say things later on as I got older, you know, how they looked at me. But I wasn't really, thinking like that, I just knew like, matter of fact, a lot of times I didn't even know who was up for the roles because I come in sometime late. You know what I'm saying?
Look at he come up late. Look, he's like, you see how he talking like a little Godfather. I didn't really, I come up to the, late, and they would just, you know what I mean?
No, not late to the audition, but like when they was almost about to book it. You know what I'm saying? Or know who they wanted. Maybe they was down to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. Then that's when I come in, but I ain't knowing, how people.
Nick was everywhere. Nick was on McDonald's commercials and shit. You couldn't stop seeing this motherfucker. He was everywhere. It was like, man, he just won't stop.
It was good times, you know what I'm saying? I got tired of seeing myself, so
he took a vacation. He's like, I'm the only one that can stop myself.
The vacation been longer than I expected, though. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time since I've been in the game, but it's like, I know what it is. I lived it. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? If it happened again, fine. If not, it was like, I can watch myself on tape, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's memories that last forever. The moments never last forever. It's the memories that last. Everything happened for a moment of time, and after that, it's the past. So it's the memories. You know what I'm saying? So people, it's all about how you look at your life. Just the memories.
This nigga is so classic and so dope, bro. Like he's one of the how many people can be in both? You know what I'm saying? Boys and Menace. How many people get an opportunity to be in 2 classes like that? I'll tell you one person, this weird nigga right here.
But this is something he been saying, you know what I'm saying? I don't think of it like that, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate them both for what they were. They was classic. It was great opportunity to work with Ty and Turner because I always, even though I was doing my thing, I would watch people. So I would study the game I was in at the time, faces, and I knew he had it. When I seen him in Rhythm Nation with Janet Jackson, I knew he had the look. He was clean cut. He showed so many emotions. Then I remember seeing him in Michael Jordan Air. What was his name?
Jordan Playground.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
All he knew was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan Air. Yeah. All we knew was Michael Jordan being there.
I remember seeing him in Michael Jordan Playground in the beginning days, and I liked his look. So I always knew he had it. So to work with him in Menace, that happened to work out. You know what I'm saying? I believe, when I heard that it was him. You know what I'm saying? I never seen him in a film, you know what I'm saying, like that. But I knew he was somebody that I watched, even though he didn't know I was watching him. You know what I'm saying? So it was no problem,
All right, I'm gonna try to do this interview with no stuttering, because my some people, my fans, they be like, he stuttered like
I really stuttered though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care. He stuttered like he in the movies. Like y'all niggas shut
but I stuttered in real life.
And just enjoy the goddamn interview. You know what I mean?
The motherfuckers will come in by all kind of shit.
Why your phone keep dropping?
I'll put over here, man.
God damn.
Drop the phone on me, baby.
So with that being said, man, let's get right into it. We already talking about it, so we might as well. We already know Tyrant's story, but Vonte Sweet, how did it come about you getting the role in that movie?
Well, with me, my I knew that Menace II Society was out there for a while. My agent told me about it, but at the time, you know, I wasn't interested in it like that at first, even though they let me know about a couple of roles that they wanted me for, because I didn't want to, even though Boys in the Hood scene wasn't a lot of scenes, I know that scene was a street type guy. So I didn't want to go in being in another hood movie, being a tough character, you know what I'm saying? So when my agent came back around and was letting me know that they wanted me to play Sharif, that was more or less, okay, that's something that's different from what I've done in the past. I was more or less not trying to do the same thing over and over in the beginning of my career. Down the line, I don't mind, but I wanted to let people see something different, you know what I'm saying? I knew that was important at that time. So when Sharif came around, I was like, cool, so I just ended up being on the set. I came on the set and it was action. Yep. I didn't know nothing about, that Tupac had it. I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about that, until later.
Wow. So you didn't know that when you got the role for the movie that Tupac he had it first.
Probably when the fight happened.
Yeah, I think probably when the fight happened, because
Nobody talked about it
yeah, it
like
wasn't nothing. Yeah, it wasn't
on the
nothing that was
set.
talked about. It was just like he just knew that they wanted him for the role. You know what I mean? He didn't
Yeah,
really. He wasn't there through that process. You know what I mean?
yeah. I wasn't there doing that process. I came on after, I guess, they had their little differences and, they went their ways. So they called my agent and told me about it. And I was like, okay, cool. That's something I don't mind doing. Somebody laid back in the midst of, you know what I'm saying? It was just different for me. So, that's why I jumped on board. And it was good timing.
So how did you hear about the fight between Pac and the Hughes brothers?
I don't know. Well, I was around Tyrant at the time when we started. Once I started shooting Menace II Society and I got on board, me and Tyrant, that's when we became more fond of each other, friends and stuff, vibing or whatever, going out to clubs. Like me and him was hanging out a lot.
First nigga took me to a club. I wasn't even hanging out in the
Yeah,
club. This
yeah,
nigga was
yeah.
the first nigga.
Ty went in that world like that. Ty was more or less,
The nigga,
chilling at the house, waiting for the audition, chilling on the
yeah.
block.
He's
But
like the he was like the Chris Brown. Like nigga could dance like this motherfucker dance like yup, this motherfucker dance
yeah, I was
like
in the
crazy.
club world, and because I love to dance. So I was somebody that was always going out. I'd go to my auditions in the day or whatever, do whatever I had to do in the Hollywood world. But, I know that wasn't 24 hours. So I had, I like to dance. So, it was a lot of great music out at that time. So I was getting my boogie, enjoying the life, the girls, you know what I'm saying? The smiles, the good, vibrations in the world.
Yeah, he was incredible. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
He was the first person that like had a like his own condo and car and the whole nine. Like we was just like, I was like, damn, how you do this? I'm still at my mama house. I don't know what the hell going on. I was still like a kid. This nigga was 17, 18 years old when nigga had a car, uh, uh, 19 credit cards, 850 credit score and shit. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Who taught this nigga all this shit?
I got that organization from my dad, my mom too. They was just organized growing up, and I was the only child, so I picked that up. I'm like, you know, pay stuff on time. If I got money, yeah, that type of stuff. So yeah,
Niggas to go to nigga house, nigga have Welch's grape juice and fucking motherfucking donuts. What them fucking
them glazed,
them glazed ass donuts, nigga? That's what
them.
that nigga couldn't wait to eat them motherfucking soft ass donuts over there at that nigga house. But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
So how was it like for you shooting that movie?
Oh, it was fun. It was cool. It was work. Everybody was in their place, doing their thing, playing their role. It was like a normal set. I remember one time in one of the shots, the thing fell down. Was that the movie Menace when the thing above fell
Nigga
down?
said that. I said it could have been if it wasn't. Nigga,
Yeah,
something fell
because
down in one
I
of the
seen that.
movies.
Yeah, yeah. I remember one time the thing fell, but it didn't hit us in that. You know what I'm saying? I think we was in a restaurant scene. I didn't
One of
think,
the cranes.
that was you in the restaurant scene, the one that they edited out.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, but
Something happened.
besides
Something
that,
bad happened. It didn't
yeah,
happen.
but that wasn't that though. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt, so besides that, everything went smooth. my thing was I just want them to the movie to be something great. I remember I told the Hughes brothers, "Hey man, I'm in this film. Don't have me in no bush." That's all I cared about. Like and I didn't know they was gonna do it like that. They did a great job. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Hughes brothers because y'all was on it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Right. So clearly, you enjoy playing that role, Sharif. How did you feel about Pocket Issue playing that role?
What did I think about Pac issue?
Yeah, the Sharif role. He had an issue with the character. He wanted the character to show more, show why he became Muslim.
Uh, well, that's how he felt as an actor. That he has his reasons for feeling that way, depending on his role. He came up through art school or whatever, and he played other roles. So he felt that way. Me, I didn't. I really wasn't tripping on it. You know what I'm saying?
I think in Tupac also, I think he was kind of like he was watching because didn't he see you in some kind of he seen you in a project and he came up to you at the remember at that time?
Oh, at the
Yeah,
terrace.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was
Tilly
it was like
Terrace.
it was like a club, I guess.
Yeah, it was a club on the roof, like in Santa Monica, called Tilly Terrace back in the day. A couple of miles outside of Hollywood. Yeah, he enjoyed Lower Avenue. Lower Avenue was a popular series back in the day, an HBO miniseries directed by Carl Franklin, and that's the first time we really got a chance to talk. I used to see him in clubs, passing by on the street, Melrose or whatever, Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Passing by Sunset or whatever. But that's the chance we really got a chance to vibe, and he was letting me know that he really liked Lower Avenue. And I really like, he came up to me and said that, but he didn't say nothing about the Menace II Society thing to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, I didn't have nothing to do with that. So he wasn't really like, his mind was somewhere else, He knew that was between him and the Hughes brothers. He's very professional, you know what I'm saying? Great spirit,
Right. Yeah, I seen him at the image.
lovable,
Yeah,
wise.
I seen him at the Image Awards, and he actually apologized for the outburst when I seen him
Yeah,
there. He was just like,
yeah.
"My bad. It wasn't."
Yeah, you may
It
not hear about all that, but you know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
did
He's very,
apologize to me. He was like, "No, it wasn't like that. It
yeah,
was just something between him and the Hughes brothers that he
yeah,
felt like they should have came at him a certain way before they
right,
just fired him without he had to
right,
hear it. He had to hear it on Yo MTV. I don't
yeah,
know if y'all know about that. That's back in
yeah.
the day, but he had to hear that he was fired or whatever, and he just didn't appreciate how it went down.
Yeah, I ain't hear about that, man. So when you met Pac, he was no hard feelings. He wasn't tripping at anything.
Nah, nah, not with me, because he knew who I was, even though we never met and talked like that. He was an actor, plus rapper, so he probably knew who I was as an entertainer out there. So he wasn't even bringing that in my world. So like I say, he's professional in his craft. He's somebody that know like he ain't how everybody think. He's that, but he ain't just that. You know what I'm saying? He's very wise and smart and ahead of his time, yeah.
I know Tyron, he showed me a picture of you and Pac. So what's that from that night?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Matter of fact, we took that picture that day, that night at that club on Chili Terrace, whatever it
Yeah,
was in Santa Monica. It used to be on the roof. It was
right.
like a popular club back in the day during that time. Yeah, yeah. Me people, yeah. That picture when we all went Carl Kanai.
Mm-hmm. Carl Kanar. Wow.
Yeah, that was his favorite clothesline back then. Well, at least one of them. Yeah, we all had that on chilling, man. Pac enjoyed life, man. He just cool. He's something different than everybody. Like I said, I didn't know him personally. I passed by his way a couple of times and we chilled at the club that night. You know what I'm saying? For however long it was. And so God allowed us to pass each other way, you know what I'm saying? He was on something else. He was on who he was as a person, enjoying life. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
R.I.P. to Pac, man. Boys in the Hood. How did you get a role in that?
Oh, oh, that right there came across through my agent, told me about, it was Boys in the Hood out there. And matter of fact, I wasn't going to do Boys in the Hood at first. That's nothing I was going to do at that time. But my dad, I remember him saying, go on and do it, after I booked it. He was like, go on and do it, because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I knew it was Boys in the Hood, but just like I say, if they don't get the right actors, right chemistry, right director, you know what I'm saying? It could be something you never would have heard of right now. But by the grace of God, it worked out the way it did. And I thank him for it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
How was it like for you shooting that movie?
It was fun. I worked on like 2 or 3 days of scene I did, probably 3 days. Yep, something like that. Yep, in LA somewhere. It was fun, it was fun. We was all young and hard, you know what I'm saying? The world was all before us, and ain't nobody detaining, disdain with all the negative energy of Hollywood. All
Yeah.
we know, we just young and want to be acting and on TV. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was free spirited. You know what I'm saying?
I seen something with you and Morris Chestnut on. Did y'all have y'all was? Oh, that was a video that you had.
Oh,
with
oh
him.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
I
That was a
remember
video.
Yeah.
That Jack in the Box. That
Right,
was
right,
like a
right.
private video I had.
Yeah, he got yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What about Cube? Any stories about Cube on set?
About who?
Ice Cube.
No, just when I seen him at the screening. I remember I went to the screening over there, Columbia. Yeah, they had it in one of the screening rooms, and he just came up to me afterwards and said, "Why you kick me like that?" Just simple stuff. That's all. He was just cool. But he walked up to me and was like, "Man, why you kick me like that?" I was like, "Oh, we just having fun." That was it. He's just a gentleman, man. Ice Cube is great. You know what I'm saying? He's a great person. Stay out of trouble. Yep.
So I gotta ask you, right? Since you was in both movies, both legendary movies, which one is better, Menace or Boys in the Hood?
It's I can't answer that. They both have their own light. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna answer that. They both did play their role. You know what I'm saying? One year, this one may feel better to you. The next year, that one may feel better to you. Depends on where you at your life or where you grew up at. You know what I'm saying? Or the friends you hung around, or whoever friends you know, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna ask the people to comment in the comment section what was better, Menace and Boys. We can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
mean,
we'll have.
I'm in it, so it's hard for me to be able to tell anyway. When you in it, it's like, it's hard to judge like that.
What you think? What you think, Art? Which one you personally like?
Oh man, that's a tough one. If I had to pick,
he
I'll
gonna
pick
say Menace II
Menace.
Society
Why would he say Menace?
because we sitting here.
Well, you did both of them. He said,
But then that'll leave you out.
I don't care.
I just playing.
It's for his favorite movie. His favorite movie.
We don't trip on that, man.
Yeah, I'll get an edge to Menace. I mean, they both are legendary though, so I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. But yeah, I'll go with Menace. But Vonte, gotta ask you, what was the issue between you and Chris Tucker? Because I heard that he took a role from you.
He took my role.
Dead Presidents, you had a role in that. And
No,
he
I
took
don't
it
think he
from
stole.
No. He didn't steal my role.
Yeah, explain that. Yeah,
because I wasn't going to be in Dead Presidents because I already did a movie called The Walking Dead that year, which was about Marines. But I knew the Hughes brothers, and the Hughes brothers was directing Dead Presidents. I believe that was their next movie after Menace II Society.
Yeah.
So the Hughes brothers knew I knew Chris Tucker. They knew he was somebody that was around me, way before Friday. He
was the first person to introduce me to Chris Tucker.
Yeah, because I would go to comedy clubs. I would take Chris with me a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Or I see him up there, you know what I'm saying? Plus, he only stayed like 3 blocks away from me. So I knew him like 4 years before Friday, or Dead Presidents. They both came out the same year. But the Hughes brothers wasn't going to use him, not that he got the role, but I was telling him, like, you should use Chris Tucker, man. That's the guy, because they was against him because they didn't believe that he could play it because he did Friday. You know what I'm saying? Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't believe he could do it, so they came to you and asked you, and then after you,
I batted for him. Like I was like, Chris can play that role. It's nothing I never told Chris though. You know what I'm saying? Because I just do what I do. I don't tell people, hey, I did. That's nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So I let the Hughes brothers know that Chris could play that role. He could really play that role.
And then I backed Vonte up on it. After Vonte gave it the nod, then I told the Hughes brothers I gave it a nod. I was like, Vonte say he got it. I mean, we around him, but we was around him a lot.
Because he knew Chris.
He told me about the nigga.
I told him about Chris, so he believed if I say something, I'm not just gonna say nothing just to be saying.
Vonte said the nigga funny. I said,
yeah.
It's hard to make me laugh. I'm like, okay, what you think nigga funny?
Yeah.
So we go to the comedy store. The comedy store, and the nigga was just funny with the voice and just
somebody got it. I see it. Like I see it. You know what I'm saying? So I knew.
So we all started hanging around each other. Yeah. From there, you know what I mean? And then, we'll get into the rest of what goes on, but we'll tell you.
Yeah, but it was cool. We was all cool. Just chilling, going to clubs, comedy stores, restaurants, or whatever. Afterwards, like Larry Parker's was hot in Beverly Hills at the time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody used to go there a lot back in the day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Chris is yeah, you know, he mean well, but he just you know, as he started to do stuff, you know what I'm saying, more, he just kind of, you know, next thing I know, he all that networks with my stories and ideas and pitching them. I'm like, what is this nigga doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm
So
hearing him.
that's
wow.
yeah. So that's
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
I guess
yeah,
basically
cold.
when you say
Yeah.
stealing or stuff like that, I think you kind of like misconstrue what happened. So basically,
Yeah,
from what I understand and what I know, that Vonte had a project. He had a
yeah,
project.
yeah.
It
We
was
ain't gonna say what it is, but
I ain't gonna say what it is. He had a project, and then he'll tell you the rest, like because he know exactly
yeah.
because
I
he was
mean,
there.
I had a project and Chris knew about it because Chris, like I say, was around me for years before he even got in the game. I was already out there, so he knew of the project. You know what I'm saying? But I do something, you know, I may just sit in the back burner for a while. I'm not tripping, but I'm gonna get back to it. It's, you know what I'm saying, something that's copywritten, everything. And he knew of it, and as he started to get up in the game, doing Friday, Dead Presidents, house, you know, we already did a house party, but Fifth Element, Money Talk, you know, later on I started, you know, I'm hearing that this nigga is all that networks with my shit. I'm like, what? And you know, and at the time I couldn't find him. And then I thank God for it because he wasn't on social media like he is now because he was making that rush hour money. So he was in the cut. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come out till he started having to pay taxes and shit. That's well, you would never see Chris Tucker at all right now. That nigga would be gone. But he got to come out to, you know, let people know, hey man, I'm at the such and such tonight. You know what I'm saying? But all that shit, you know, back in the day, you know, you couldn't find his ass, but I knew who could find his ass, and I let them know to let him know that I know what I know, and I gave him some names to prove that I know that he was somewhere that he didn't supposed to be with my shit. You know what I'm saying? So he knew I knew. You know what I'm saying? And I never heard from him since, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never called me back to try to explain it. You know, think about Chris Tucker. Like, I remember I even invite him to City of Refuge Church. I remember as he started to get in the game, do more roles, I could tell he was going through things, you know what I'm saying? So I said, man, you need to come to City of Refuge, Pastor Noel Jones, you know what I'm saying? So he was, you know, after I took him about 2 or 3 times, 4 times, he started to go on his own because he got familiar with the place, you know what I'm saying? But I'm, you know, so, you know, I'm sitting next to this nigga in church and during the week, this nigga doing some other shit. Like, damn, even the devil don't do shit like that. Like, the devil, I mean, you sit next to a nigga in church.
You said nigga worse than the devil? That's crazy.
No, I'm just saying the devil had to get that nigga a round of applause.
Said the devil don't even do shit like that.
The devil had to get that nigga a round of applause. Like, boy, this nigga, boy, like certain stuff I wouldn't do just because I know whether that person find out or not. I know life. You know what I'm saying? Life gonna come back and get you. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, man, him and Chris, man, it's a little personal probably because man, it's tight like some brothers. Like you know, they was tight. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, my thing is, I ain't gonna say all that tight, but we was cool. We went out. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing, I did my thing, but I never crossed no lines with him. You know what I'm saying? So it was no reason for him to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, dude, what are you doing? You getting too many roles, nigga, because you end up at places that you shouldn't be at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know,
I just remember him being my friend, Vonte's friend. Next thing I know, nigga, Bill Clinton friend and Michael Jackson. This shit happened so fast. Like that nigga went from.
But I don't need, you know, I wish him well in life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I don't. Everything plays a part in time. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be around each other, but I don't like how he got down. You know what I'm saying? Then what happened when you seen him somewhere like a year ago or 10 months ago or something?
Oh yeah, I seen him at
check this out.
I seen him at like a restaurant or whatever, and you know he basically was like, you know, he didn't want to run across Vonte, and I can understand maybe because of tension or whatever it was.
I mean, dude, why you tripping on run across me? You're 6'3". I'm only 5'7". I ain't carrying no gun. I just told you what I had.
Chris can fight, but you can fight too. So it wasn't like that. They was he say 6'3". That don't mean shit.
No, but what I'm saying is like no. When I'm not saying 6'3", I'm just saying I ain't saying nothing about fight. I'm not saying that fight, but what I'm saying is like what that got to do with? I'm just saying like why he telling you to don't tell Vonte you saw me?
Because he didn't want to have no kind of confrontation.
All right, but that was 10 years ago when I told him that. So why is he still saying that to you?
Because he probably just didn't want to have.
Was y'all talking about me or something?
I don't, nah.
So he just out of nowhere, don't tell Vonte that you saw me.
He know we all used to hang. Sweet. We all used to hang. So he probably just like, hey man, if you
But
see
why
Sweet,
did he tell you to don't tell you?
I have no idea. Maybe if I would have told you I was talking to you and I text you, you probably would have came up to the where we was at.
Nah, I ain't tripping on that no more. It's done.
No, Vonte, you know.
No, but this nigga took my shit, man, and made a deal without me, but he couldn't close it because he knew it wasn't his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to buy this shit, and they never heard from him, and they wonder what happened. So they waited 2 or 3 years because they figured he went somewhere else. But the network that I'm talking about, no, they would have seen this project out by now. So they called a person whose picture was on the project I had because I took pictures and images of the family. So they called that person in to ask him what happened to this show with Chris Tucker, and the person had to let them know it wasn't like that. So that's why he didn't never show back up to that particular network. You know what I'm saying? Which is ABC. Yeah, I got it all on my phone. Marty, I ain't gonna say yeah, but Marty Allison called. I mean, text me. I got all them text messages, man.
Somebody from ABC.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, I ain't gonna say all that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody from ABC let me know. You know, yeah.
Damn, man, that's grimy.
Yeah, but he couldn't finish it, so they knew it was strange that, you know, that they calling the guy back and he's not returning the call. So they probably thought he took it somewhere else to sell it. But when after they waited 2 or 3 years, this particular guy remembered it and called somebody that they seen, remember seeing on the picture in and inquire about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but they didn't know that it was somebody else's show. But you know, I ain't tripping. It's all done. It's in the past, but I'm enjoying life.
Yeah, they ain't cool, man. Not cool at all, man.
Yeah. It's just a growing pain, you know, growing pain in life.
The way life goes, you know.
It was something that I had to experience, you know what I'm saying, to make me wiser, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Make me smarter from wherever I got to go in life. But at the same time, it was just like, you know, you ain't thinking that at the time, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. But that's out of pocket, though, man.
Yeah, that's out of pocket, man. I mean, come on, man. A guy that you know, show love to, after he do a little couple of movies, he taking your idea. We ain't never had no business together. We never had no deal together. It's not like we had a deal. No, I never dealt with him on nothing like that. All I want to do was wish Chris Tucker well, but some people you wish well, you can't wish everybody well. You just got to wish them to stay their ass. Wherever they do, just stay on your side. I wish you well over there. As long as you stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Some people you wish well, they all in your all in places they ain't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, you know, be smart what you wish for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a bold person to do that. We all sin comes short of the glory of God. But when you take somebody and have a meeting with people in a certain position, stuff that's not yours and you have nothing to do with, that's bold. Like that's very, just like I say, people may not get along, but when you do stuff that's over the top like that, but then never tell me, you know what I'm saying? Come on, you know what I'm saying? So you have to still, because Tyron, no, I'm organized. So when he was around me, he took my you know, paperwork, because it's something that when you show it, you would see it. Tyron, no,
this nigga got a whole diary from 1993 to now.
Yeah,
nigga document everything.
Yeah, so when he showed it,
that
they knew what it was.
This nigga's whole life is on papers and videos.
Wow.
This nigga's insane with that shit.
He say that he don't cuss no more, and he don't smoke weed, and he don't want that image or whatever he be saying to the, but I'm the one that started him to go into church out here in LA. Noah Jones, where I had took you to.
I remember.
Yeah, I'm the one that started him going with, and he started to talk that talk. I don't do this no more. Yeah, but you still got to keep him far from you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because he, you know, maybe he changed since then, but you know, you don't smoke weed and you don't cuss, nigga, but you would take somebody's idea and have a whole meeting with it without their permission. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it, nigga. You need to smoke some weed to do something, nigga, and cuss, nigga. Whatever you nigga.
Hey man, speak your truth. Speak you, man. Get it off your chest.
Yeah, man. You know, like you can't be, you know, it's like some, yeah. Yeah, and I know if he did that to me, he did a lot of stuff to other people. It ain't just, but that's on my level of what I know of what was in my world. You know what I'm saying? So I know like that's just some bold stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? To sit next to somebody in church, hearing the word gospel of God, and then do that during the week. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a simple. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude. Hey, I don't know. Yeah.
I ain't never had those kind of experiences with Chris. All I just know is that, you know, we was all cool, and then he just started hanging with Bill Clinton and all those kind of guys, and you know, it just I don't know. I guess people try to, you know, take their, you know, friendships higher. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta, you know, leave certain people, you know.
Yeah, but my thing is I don't mind where you go. Just leave my shit alone. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what made me come back in your world. You take your ass on and just go. You don't go on and hang with Bill Clinton and Michael Jackson and have music with Mike. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how life is, nigga. You take your ass up there, kick your leg up, perform, do what you gotta do with Bill Clinton across in Africa. Nigga. Just leave my shit alone. Don't come back and have a meeting with my shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga. Then tell my nigga right here, don't tell Vonte you seen me and shit. Like, nigga, I ain't looking for your ass, nigga. IRS already got your ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Hey,
Crazy.
yo.
I don't care who a nigga hang with. Nigga, respect who you hung with before that and just respect their world. You know what I'm saying? Like I would do.
You're right. Yeah, I feel, hey, so he
I don't give a fuck if you hang with a nigga in the moon, nigga. Don't be on the moon telling them motherfucker my shit. You know what I'm saying? You talking about?
So
if you at the White House, just hide your papers and shit. Cause that nigga sneaking with them hands. You have your shit all. You know where that nigga may end up at. That nigga talk that shit, you know, he be, what's that man talk, you know, he throw you off. Talk about this and that. Nigga been took off with some shit, man. You won't know till 2 or 3 years later.
yeah, that's wild. But what was the situation where you came up with the idea for the movie Lockdown? And I think Master P, he was in that movie, but you came up with the idea and you didn't get paid?
No. Well, Master P wasn't a part of it then. I know the guy that wrote Lockdown. I'm not gonna mention his name. You know who he is. You know, cool guy. I worked with him before. You know, he was going through something at the time. So I told him about the story. You know what I'm saying? I didn't write it, and I just told him, just whenever you sell it, just look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't want to know my name on the story or write it. So that's your world. Just when you sell it, just look out for me for telling you the story. You know what I'm saying? So he written it and did his thing, and he knew what was up. You know what I'm saying? Then until he whenever he sold it, then motherfuckers changed. Like, it ain't about how much money a motherfucker got in this business. Motherfucker have $100 million. They'll hold on to that extra $20,000 and break a friendship. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just, you would think they'll do what they supposed to do, but it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard for people to just let go of some shit that all they gotta do is just open their goddamn thumb and they finger up. Nigga, free that shit. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, you grow and learn, you know. So nigga told me to go get a lawyer or something. He switched on me like, go get an attorney. I'm like, what? Nigga told me to go get? This nigga told me to go and get an attorney about some shit that he knew that we supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna pay for an attorney to get that little money out of your ass. Come on, man. So I just called my cousin. And since he wanted a lawyer, my cousin brought a nigga with a briefcase. And we just knocked on his door. And after that, it was all good. I got my money. Then he gave me what else?
I think what I saw was a trench coat and an expensive ass earring.
A leather trench coat.
A leather
Yeah.
like the kind Orange Juice Jones would wear.
I didn't ask for all
the
that.
kind
You know what I'm saying?
Orange Juice Jones
You know
would
what
wear,
I'm
and I
saying?
saw you walking in the rain wearing them kind of jacket.
Yeah, all I wanted was my money. He could have kept the trench coat and the earrings. If you want to get that on top, fine. You know, and after that, everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like I don't like to do that. You know, that's not me. But sometimes people, you know,
sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
They just need a little straightening. You know,
what's so crazy? What's so
little Migo straighten up. You know what I'm saying? They mean well, good people.
What's so crazy? You know, what's so crazy? See, back in the day, niggas got doors. They doors got knocked on. Like that was a real situation where somebody.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like somebody. The door was knocked on.
Yeah. Me and my cousins went out there with one of their guys, and the guy tried to shut the door, and my cousin walked with a cane, and he put that motherfucking cane right in the middle of that door, and that door couldn't shut. Let him know, Nick, it ain't like that.
You know, it's serious when a nigga it's not really crippled, but they got a cane, and they fastened it to put that cane in the middle of that door, like, Nick, hold up, it ain't going down like that.
Yeah, before he tried to shut that door, that cane went right in between that door, Nick. Like, Nick, you know what I'm saying? Stick to the contract. We didn't go there to threaten them. We just come in to
stick to the contract.
To talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a briefcase. We want a lawyer. Nick. We about to lawyer this shit out, Nick. But everything cool now, you know.
But yeah, that's a big deal though, man. I mean, that was a classic movie, man.
Too, yeah, but just like I said, I told, but I just like I don't trip on that, man. It's a lot of shit that you see out there that came from his mind and my mind that I don't bring. It's nothing. Nick. Just do what you do. Just honor your word. You know what I'm saying?
He was the Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson, loved Michael Jackson, and kind of like that was something that he explored with Chris.
Yeah. But I did that on my own private time.
Yeah.
You know, Chris was somebody, you know, hang around me. You know, he was doing it, but that was something I did. You know what I'm saying? Not just on stage. You know, but I that's what I did before acting, whatever. I used to go places when I was 12 or 13.
Yeah, used to
perform.
Yeah, he did the Michael Jackson, all that shit. The hat, the whole shit. This nigga, all that shit.
Yeah, but yeah. I can't do it like that now, like it's good, but you know, I did do it, yeah.
Crazy, man. I mean, I had no idea that you came up with the idea. That's a big deal to me, man. I mean, that movie is classic, man.
Yeah, but I don't want to see, but my thing is I told somebody the story. You know what I'm saying? I'm
coming up with that.
I'm gonna say that. Yeah, but I don't want to say it because the person I'm just saying what I had to do to get what I had to get out of the person. I'm not gonna get all into that because the person who he is, they got their credit. I'm not infringing and all that. That trip, they can have that. Just needed my money of what I did.
You got your bread. That's all that matters. You got your bread, man.
That
he got his bread. All right, he got his bread.
Yeah, they can have the credit. I come up with other ideas. You know what I'm saying? You just got to, just be careful who you tell them to or be around, or sometimes it's just like that. You take, but God straighten everything out.
Yeah, I got you. I get it. But since we're getting stuff off our chest, Tyron, what's the issue between you and L.A. Reid? Because I know you was telling me that, he did something to you that, you didn't like.
Oh my God, man. L.A. Reid, this is horrible.
I remember you told me.
Because I love L.A. Reid. I love Two Occasions and all this shit that he was a part, all these beautiful songs and shit and Pebbles and you know what I'm saying? Love make things. He was just. I was a fan. So
and you still a fan.
And I'm still a fan of the work, but I still just. I just want to see him. Like, man, like you can't be like that, especially with all the stuff you had going on. I never judged him or anything. Nobody judged him for what he got going on in the world.
What did he do?
And allegations. You know what I mean? Whatever alleged allegations that he was having, I never judged him. I was just like, whatever. So I'm at the Beverly Hills Hotel minding my business. You know what I'm saying? I had a do-rag on, maybe, I don't know. And I'm in the lobby. And so I see him sitting down. He's like having some kind of meeting. He's sitting down at the table. And he's just like, I can see him whispering over like who's that guy? And I'm watching. Why does nigga focus on me? Nigga, eat your shrimp or whatever, your fettuccine, whatever. Nigga, don't focus on me. And so then I see security come over and like, what am I here for? Like, what are you here for? I said, I'm just finna, I'm got a meeting with Jamie. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Jamie Foxx was at the hotel. I hate the name drop like that, but this is what it really is. So I said, and the dude is like, the security is like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, like kind of thing. I said, look, man, my nigga's upstairs standing in the room. He finna come down and come, you know what I mean? Come get me or whatever. And so then they were just trying to escort me. So my thing was like, nigga, why you so scared? Like, nigga, I'm Tyron Turner, and here go L.A. Reid trying to kick me out of a goddamn hotel. What?
Did he know who you was though?
I don't give what.
I don't think he knew.
It don't matter.
He
like,
put it together. He probably. I think he was just.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, he should have put it together. Or at least act. Like, can't just assume. Like, that's black on black. That's a black on black racism. Yeah. So L.A. Reid, like, man, look, we can have a conversation and clear it up, but I don't, you know, I didn't appreciate that, and I've been wanting to get that off my chest for a long fucking time. I did not appreciate that. And my boy, and I told my boy Breon Prescott, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, can you hook it up so we can at least have that conversation? And Breon kept saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna hook it up, but it never really came, you know, came to fruition. But yeah, L.A. Reid, like, damn, my nigga, like, all those songs I love and still love.
Yeah, you can't let that affect that your moments because you love music. What he do is what he do. A person talent, you know, I could, you know.
That it just pissed me off. I'm just being real.
So when you listen to his music, now you think.
Yeah, when I listen to the music,
your vibe up.
Yeah, my vibe up. Like, man, I met Babyface. Babyface was cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, Babyface. Oh yeah.
Babyface cool. L.A. Reid was paranoid and like, man, whatever. It's all good though.
How did that make you feel at that moment? Because it sounds like it made you feel small.
Yeah, it made me feel like damn, like even black people call the police on black people. I was like, damn, what they do that at? It wasn't like it was a white person sitting down eating. It was just like he was just, you know, having the issue. But I understand there was a lot of jacking going on at that time. It was a few robbers that was.
He probably was a fan of Menace, and when he saw you, he probably.
And see that he want to be funny.
That motherfucker probably had flashbacks, and you don't know what person mind. You know what I'm saying? He probably saw Tyron in person, and that movie came alive. You know what I'm saying? So he probably didn't mean to do it, but.
So you think he thought Old Dog was around the corner or something?
Yeah,
like it's a
man.
movie or something? It's
yeah,
crazy.
That probably thought.
Crazy.
That motherfucker probably thought.
And you want to see him over there?
Not fight or anything like that. Just see him as far as just like bro, like that was me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Tyron would never fight L.A. Reid.
Yeah,
he wouldn't do that.
And to apologize, like, for not knowing. Don't just assume, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I respect it, man. But Vonte, I heard that you got shot at a burger spot.
At what?
Like, what happened with that, man?
Oh, that was back. That was years ago. Yeah, just a guy just tried to you know, yeah, I was somewhere, you know, I don't want to say all that right now, but yeah, guy tried to rob me and shit and told me to, you know, dump my shit. But I didn't, you know, I was standing on the outside of the burrito place and I didn't, you know, it was people standing out, but he came up to me close and was like, so I was acting like, what are you talking about? You know, maybe he thought I was younger than what I was, and maybe, you know, sometimes I didn't give a rat's ass, but I was like acting like I didn't know. Like, huh? Like, what? So, you know, he slowly start, you know, pull his thing. And I seen how long the barrel was. And I was like, and we just start. Because my thing is like, you wild me. Just come with your shit right. I'm not going to let you pull out a gun and I'm standing right in front of you. And I noticed that the barrel is this long, like where I could grab it, you know what I'm saying? And I know I was somebody that he wasn't gonna pull that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just so you know, he was holding on to that gun, so I just pushed him down, you know, and just took off because he had
the gun went off?
No, when he got up, he started just shooting because he knew it didn't turn out how he wanted it, but I wasn't gonna give him the opportunity to just put out a gun on him.
Right, he hit you on this side, right? Where? Wow.
Yeah, but I lived.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's real.
Yeah, you know. Yeah,
trenches. He been in the, you know.
Yeah, well, I grew up in Compton, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though before acting, I never banged, but I'm in tune, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, it's people around me that's, you know what I'm saying, you know, sharp. So you know, I understand the world, but gang banging or not, I'm not letting no niggas pull out no long ass gun when I'm that close to you. I'm not gonna something you probably just shoot me anyway. I don't give you better be your ass back, give me some room and go like this. You ain't gonna be up in front of me and I know I can get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cause either way, you know, I don't put that out there for people to do. And I'm not saying do that, but that's where I was that day. Another day, it may have been something different, but that day, at that moment, no. The barrel was too long. And once I seen how long that barrel was, it wasn't like, it was just a long, like an old school. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, nigga, you got me.
You got me
Like,
fucked
yeah.
up. I hear you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna just, I ain't just gonna lay down dying, nigga, shit. But nigga, that may shoot you any goddamn way. Shit, nah.
That's real. That's real.
No,
Why was he trying to rob you?
he just, I don't know, maybe I look like somebody he can,
He can rob.
rob. I don't know, you know. Yeah, but we was in the, I ain't gonna say, but we was in the hood, you know, in the neighborhood where shit go down at. But it's like, that's very, you know, even though it happens all the time, I thank God and knock on wood, I haven't had to deal with that situation a lot. You know what I'm saying? As much as I've been around, you know, everything, you know, people are beautiful, you know, everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, places you still got, it is what it is. And that was just an incident I ran into at that particular time and day. And it just wasn't, you know, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And you took off running.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew I couldn't take the gun from him. I didn't want to keep wrestling with him too long because there was two other people with him. It's almost like he was a young guy, but trying to show off in front of two other guys that was looking a bit younger than him. So I didn't know what they had, even though I didn't see it. So I didn't want to wrestle with him too long and really couldn't keep an eye on them. So I just, you know, he just started. I didn't even know I was shot until like about a little while afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't even know, you know, the bullet, you know, it went in one, went out the other, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't go to no hospital or nothing. I just, you know, just
Put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
You know it's different when you get shot, don't have to go to the hospital.
Nah,
Nick put some peroxide on that motherfucker, put a Band-Aid, Nick, and kept it moving, Nick. And ate his burger.
Yeah, it was coming out on the outside. It wasn't bleeding on the inside, and eventually it stopped. But yeah, it ain't nothing I talk about, you know what I'm saying? But it's some shit that happened, you know. But I ain't know. I've been shot, nah. But since you,
Yeah.
So you from Compton. I heard that you went to school with MCA.
oh yeah. I'm born and raised in Compton. You know, I went to school MTA at Our Lady of Victory. Yeah, we was in the same year, everything. So by us ended up in Menace II Society together, that was like, you know, amazing. That was special right there, you know. Yeah, he grew up in Compton. I grew up in Compton. Yeah, I grew up that side of the school. He grew up on the other side of the school.
How was that like going to school with him?
Oh, MCA was cool. MCA was just in his own world, chill. You know, nobody messed with him. Smart, you know what I'm saying? Did what he had to do. He had the street edge, all that. But you know, I didn't know that he rapped. You know, he probably was writing raps. You know, this was, you know, between fourth and eighth grade when I went to Our Lady Victory. Fourth, you know, it goes up to the eighth grade. You know, he maybe was doing this thing then, but I wasn't aware of it or don't remember being aware of it, you know. But yeah, but when the stuff came out, I was on it though, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, because it was good, you know. He was on.
Yeah, he turned me on to that. He turned me on to all the MCA shit.
Hood took me under,
all
you
that
know.
shit.
He's an amazing rapper, you know, amazing storyteller, you know what I'm saying? Come from Compton, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Was he cripping in high school?
I don't know. At Our Lady Victory, he maybe was, but he wasn't, you know, it wasn't, you know, where I would notice about it. You know what I'm saying? He probably was one that was, you know, what's up, you know, but I don't really remember that, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't, you know, people said what they said, you know, depends on what hood they grew up in, you know, but they weren't going to be bringing all that extra shit to the school we went to because it was a private school, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I don't know where he went to high school at, you know, that another world. He probably got more deeper into it then, but if he did do it, he probably people know how to act, they ain't crazy. They know how to act cool in certain places. Then when they get out of school, he probably was more boom boom when he got back in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I had no idea that y'all went to school together. But Vonte, tell me about the time that you had to bail Tyron out of prison right before he got the role in Menace.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny.
No, it wasn't before he got the role in Menace. We was shooting Menace. We already shot Menace and everything. It
Yeah,
wasn't before you got the role. Did you have a role
we
yet?
was
No, because
we was
because
we
we
were
didn't.
film we were filming,
Yeah, because
and
we
I
didn't
think we were
hang
filming,
around each other. It was
and it was like on
after.
a, I don't know what happened. It was when you was getting tickets for your car not parking your
Yeah,
car
you
in the
ain't doing nothing
wrong.
criminal. I think the ticket just went up. It
Yeah,
got
so the ticket went
high.
up. So I end up I'll end up going to the county jail and shit, and it was I remember being super cold, and then they was throwing
That nigga
bologna sandwiches.
not that
They
nigga
was throwing
not like
bologna
you in
sandwiches at niggas.
jail.
I said, hold on, what the
That nigga
bologna?
fight, but he back in the day, but that nigga wasn't trying to be in no damn jail though.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be in no, I wasn't trying to be in no jail.
Ain't
So
nobody trying to be in the jail. Shit.
so at the time, nobody really had no money on them. Vonte, he had a pocket full of money. Nigga was working, he was doing everything. He barely, you know what I'm saying? He barely.
I knew you for like 2 months.
Yeah, he knew me for like 60 days. That's a long time for a nigga to give a nigga $1,500, $2,000 back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But 60
But
days.
I knew like that was a place he should have been just doing a film, no matter what situation. This nigga just did a film. The movie haven't even yet came out yet. But I knew, he didn't need to be in no damn jail, where he was about to head to. He had a movie coming out
Yeah,
4 or 5 months from
the
then.
Nick always had a good heart, and that's what always kept us, attached to this day. If
Yeah,
he ever needed anything, I'm there for him, and
oh
vice
yeah,
versa. Like, what I'm
yeah,
saying, through the ups and downs, like, he know he could come.
oh yeah.
I could come be whatever. If he got something going on, whether it's shelter, whatever, I can go live,
No,
and vice versa, vice
'cause
versa. So it's
in
not
this
like,
business, you don't know who
yeah,
you may
there
need,
was
but God
times,
always gonna make sure,
right. There was times
somebody
where
cool.
I stayed with him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I needed him, you know what I'm saying? He was there, vice
Yeah,
versa. Our our um
yeah,
our
and we stay
friendship and
out of
our
each other
brotherhood.
way. We give
Yeah.
each other. We know each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got our own worlds. We come, we vibe, do our thing, and that's how it's always been. Back in the day, sometimes this nigga may leave and be in Houston
Yeah.
dealing with rap a lot 6 months. I may not talk to him for six
Yeah.
months, but I
Yeah.
knew where he was at.
Yeah.
He'd come back to LA, boom. She just pick up the house, the
Yeah.
vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like you just spiritually connected. You ain't gotta talk to
Yeah.
everybody all the time, every day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, yeah, it depends on the relationship that you got with that particular person. But no matter how long we together far, it comes back, we bounce back like ain't nothing changed. Because we ain't never burnt no bridges. We real, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We don't do those scandalous shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, you give them $1.15. They don't believe fat meat's greasy, as my grandmama would say. You know what I'm
Fat meat
saying?
is greasy.
You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like you be like, who raised these niggas, man? Yeah, I mean grimy. They always want to point at the that man and that man, nigga, your grimy ass nigga.
Yeah, that's real talk. But I gotta ask y'all, y'all both did a, incredible job in Menace II Society. I'll give both of y'all an A+ acting, man. But you would think that the Hughes brothers, he'll bring both of y'all back, since y'all did a great job. But why y'all think that never happened? Like, why he never brought y'all back for another movie?
Well, my take on it, and I stand firm on it, is I just feel like sometimes people think it's just about them and don't understand it's a team thing, you know. And for the Hughes brothers, I think they wanted to cross over. I think they felt like, oh, it's time to do something else, instead of just doing what works. So a lot of times, you want to do something like a white film to show that you got range or you can cross over. But I tell people all the time, when you're a black filmmaker, or a black filmmaker stands out when they do something black that stands out. But if you're black and you go to Jurassic Park, well, they got 10 of them. You don't look special. You know what I mean? Look, John Singleton did Fast and Furious. Okay, there's 20 of them. F. Gary Gray did a Fast and Furious. Like it, you know what I mean? But when F. Gary Gray did Friday, guess what? It was like, oh, that's F. Gary Gray. When John Singleton did Boys in the Hood, you're like, oh shit, that's John Singleton. He was nominated for an Oscar because when we tell our stories in a way that no one ever seen it before, it's it shocks the people. You know what I mean? It shocks the people, even white, black. It's shocking. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like. A lot of times people want to stray away from what works, and that's what the Hughes brothers did. You know what I mean?
What people do, they may start off wanting to do a certain movie, but some people, they finance and their eyes get big for its money, so they feel they want to go where the money at, whether it's whites, because they may feel that they're getting bigger budgets or whatever. So as a director, they get more cut. You know what I'm saying? So, some people, they leave and they'll come back. Some people just stay with the black all the way through. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes finances makes people, you know what I'm saying?
Tyler Perry got $1 billion.
Yeah, but he constantly
he stayed right there. Spike Lee basically stayed right there.
Yeah, but everybody not gonna be like him. And one thing about John Singleton stayed doing mostly black. You know what I'm saying? He just did one of them Fast and Furious, but most of his stuff he stayed doing was black. Rosewood, Highlander, he did enough.
Yeah, I basically was talking about the
Hughes brothers. Okay, yeah.
And my experience of how I feel like, you know what I mean, and what I brought to the table. And I feel like, we all helped each other. It wasn't just one way.
Yeah, Tyron have a right to feel like that because he was the lead. Me, I just, was third, fourth, you know what I'm saying, kicker. So I just did what I did. But him being who he was in the relationship that he had with the Hughes brothers, how they started from the beginning, you know what I'm saying, going, he has a more of a thing, so he has his personal reason. Everybody may not understand. But his role in dealing with them and bringing that movie to pass, he has a more of a connection to it in that way of why he would speak that way. You know what I'm saying? Like they are working because I understand, you know what I'm saying? People out, they may not get it, like but where he come from and the road that he went in dealing with them, you know what I'm saying, from the cradle to the, you know what I'm saying? So, me, I went there in the beginning. I just came in after Tupac left and did my thing, and after it was over, I'm gone, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Me personally, man, I mean, if that was my first movie and the actors did a great job like that, man, I gotta bring them back for something, man. I gotta show love and appreciation, man.
No. And I get it. You saying giving it a nice cameo or something, something memorable. I feel you. And that's what many directors do. Many black directors, they do that. It just depends on who they decide to do it with. But most of them work with many of them. Spike Lee did that. Your boy directed, yeah. Spike Lee worked with several of them over and over and over again. But everybody, different.
Gotta show love, man. But Tyron, gotta ask you about Jamie Foxx, since you and him so close. A video went viral of him telling somebody what happened to him. And he was telling them how he took an Advil from a friend, then he blacked out. And 20 days later, he woke up in the hospital from a coma. How you feel about that, man?
I think sometimes he just be being funny and be talking a lot. Jamie crazy. Like he just be talking, man. That he
that nigga took an Advil.
Jamie just tells stories. No, not lying, but I'm saying he tells stories, and sometimes he has a comedic tone to it. Like, so you can't take.
You don't know if you sound serious.
Yeah, you can't take.
You playing. You don't
trust
know
me, that's my guy, right? So you can't necessarily take it literally. Like he's kind of halfway being funny in the scenario. So that's what's so crazy. But when people when people be filming stuff like that, that's what they get. So they can take it how they want to take it. But I know him, and I know he just be. It ain't.
You ain't ever heard about that?
Nah, that's how he being. It ain't like what people think. Jamie he like to have these stories. You know,
you don't know where
he finna start working on it. He finna start working on this. Yeah, he finna work. He got his stand up and all kinds of stuff he's working on, man. So sometimes he just be throwing stuff out there to see what stick and what work and all.
Jamie Foxx is genius.
Yeah, I would know.
Genius.
So what he said in that video wasn't true.
A coma for 20 days
from an Advil.
From an Excedrin, a Tylenol, Advil. Look, like I say, he's a funny
being
person.
funny. You have to realize he is a comedian.
Yeah. So whoever was filming him, I don't know if he was setting him up, or whatever, but like I said, he has a story that he's gonna come out and tell everybody on what really happened. So people need to just wait on that. It's coming.
He's back.
He's perfectly normal. I don't. The last time I seen him, we were playing volleyball and all kind of like it. Jump. It ain't. I don't know what everybody trying to figure out, but no, volleyball. We doing all kind of shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. I'm happy he doing good. But hey, Vonte, you get busy with the hands? Cause I know Tyron, I know he get busy. But he was telling me about you, man. I ain't know you get busy with the hands, man.
No, I'm not a fighter, but if I defend myself. I'm tired more or less. You know what I'm saying? I'm more or less from somebody that would try to wait to the last. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want. I'm the type of person. I know if I get in that energy, I'm on one. So I try to be peaceful. You know what I'm saying?
Vonte old school. We gonna pick up a bottle and knock the shit out of it. He old school. Don't fuck with him. No, he old school. He don't play. He don't want no trouble. But if you fuck with, he gonna try to knock shit out of you. He one.
Yeah, I'm more scared of myself than anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not. People these days they don't fight for the last guy. Pushed me. I swung at him. Then he wanted to pick up a pole. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna push me? I swing at you, and you want to pick up a pole. So I went and got a hammer and wore his ass out. And,
he got a hammer.
I wore his ass out.
The nigga walked in the house
in my car, and I just came back a couple.
Listen,
I go down there. My car wasn't right, but he had me go way somewhere to pick up my car, and my car's not even ready. So I went back a couple of days later to tell him, look, man, just do what I told you to do. All that extra shit that I asked you to do, don't even do that, because I see your shit is fucked up. So he called himself gonna play victim and push me like, no, pay me. Like I didn't come up there 3 days prior to pay him money. He trying to be stupid. So when I swung at him, he picked up a pole. So I went to the car I drove up in, and thank God there was a hammer there, and I came back like. But the thing is, I would have left, but he had my keys. The thing is, I dropped my keys to the car that I drove up there in, and he wouldn't give them to me. Like, you still got my car here from 3 weeks ago. Now you gonna hold my keys that I drove up here in that car too? Nigga, you doing too much. You doing too much. So
the nigga can't. The next
how much blood?
The next time I seen this nigga looked like he was in Friday 13th. He had blood on his motherfucking boots and shit.
I just got off probation 3 months ago.
I said, nigga, did you kill
his ass? But that's somebody that started it. But when it didn't turn out the way he wanted it to turn out, he played victim.
I thought nigga killed a reindeer or something.
But the thing is, he didn't want to show the cameras in his shop because he knew that he would incriminate himself, because what he called and told him, that's not how it happened on camera. He knew he pushed me. He knew I swung at him. He knew that I asked for my keys back. So he knew that was kidnap. Whenever you don't give somebody their keys, I'm letting y'all know, so they can leave, that's kidnap. He wouldn't allow me to leave. Then you gonna push me. Nigga, you're doing too much, and you already got my car here that you ain't fixed. Nigga, I broke. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Leave me the fuck alone. I'm paying you, and you gonna fuck with me. Then I come up there to talk to you about it, asking him to drop my keys. He pick them up, and he want to hold them. My keys hostage? Nigga, you doing too much,
nigga,
man.
MC hammered that nigga.
Nigga, yeah, but yeah. But that's not who I am, but that's an incident that I had to deal with. People know about it. It was in Compton. Dealing with a nigga that I was trying to help out since he was around.
So what was you trying to get done with your car?
My car was sitting up for a while. It was a car. So when we was doing some moving, I just wanted the fuel filter blew out, because when it sit up a lot in the back, whatever it's called, fuel, it gets full of dust. So all I needed him to do was do that. And that was it. He knew it was a simple job, probably $50, $60. So he asked me, can I do the brakes? I said, well, go ahead, go and do the brakes. He want to make more money. So I was giving him more shit to do. But then the nigga didn't even have the shit right of what he's supposed to do. So that's when I was like, look, nigga, just do what I asked you to do in the beginning and forget all that extra shit that you want to do to add on to make more money. So he caught himself being defensive and not liking that and don't push me. You know what I'm saying? So that's when, you know what I'm saying, I swung at him, like I always keep the story straight, and he picked up a big thing and had like this. I'm like, oh, you gonna like pick up my car, then take my keys, then push me, and pick up some shit to hit me with because I push you back from you pushing me. I swing at him back from him pushing me first. So he elevated. So I went to the, you know, the car and got a hammer. He had a pole and I had a hammer. One thing I knew, if you only can swing that pole one time, this hammer, I can swing as many times I want to. So he came up with the back end of the stick and played cry victim. But at that moment, I tried to really, he knows that. I'm cool, but dude, it was like, that's why I be liking my peace. I don't mess with nobody. Because dude, just because I smile at you, just because I may be dressed cool, leave me alone. I'm not who you think. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm calming down the other niggas that would destroy some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some people think because you cool and you nice. That's how it was growing up. People think you cool, you smile, you friendly. Like it's like that, man. Dude, man. I smile to be friendly because I don't want it to be like that.
Yeah, I feel you. That's real talk, man. But speaking of Chris Tucker, how did y'all feel about the role that he played in Fifth Element?
Dude, to me, it was to me, he put on the wig thing, but to me, it was more like he was making it more where he was a ladies' man. So I kind of, you know, somebody else may look at it different, you know, but he had the girls around it like a Prince guy to balance it out. So it wasn't nothing where you felt like he was just one of them wild entertainers. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't care about that. Just leave my shit alone with whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't be, you know, that's what I was, you know, I was cheering for him. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of person I am. You don't owe me nothing. If I got your back, when you do, you do. I don't be like, oh, you remember? No, I don't operate like that. If you want to do something from the heart, fine. If not, fine. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? But when people do scandalous shit, use their positions to try to take advantage or manipulate, then it becomes something else, man. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, somebody needs to put a hole in your tires, you know what I'm saying? Slow your ass down, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad, thank the IRS for doing that, you know.
So you feel like his financial issues was karma?
Yeah. I prayed for that. Yeah, because I told God if I took somebody's shit and had a meeting, nigga, you would whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying? I say, like, you gonna let this nigga, you know, I talk to the Lord like he's a friend. It ain't like far away, no, like he right here with me. Like Jesus is my friend. You my friend. You gonna let him just do that? What was that for? And you know how I was real with him, good to him, led him to church. You know what I'm saying? When he was going through stuff, you know what I'm saying? Kept it, when I didn't have, do nothing with his girlfriend type. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Nah. If I felt if I did something, brought it on myself, say, okay, I get it. You know, I know I deserve that. But I feel like, nah, man, you know, and it ain't about what we deserve or don't deserve. But it's like, nah, you know, I couldn't find him. So I went into the spirit. And that's what I supposed to did anyway. Because when I looked up 2 weeks later, you know, his money was gone. And the guy didn't believe it. Yeah, the guy, I told him, because he just got 25 million for doing Rush Hour. And I told him, he broke, he ain't got nothing. You know, I said that, but he didn't get it because he was thinking, you remember my boy said, I said, Chris Tucker ain't got no money. But he couldn't see what I was saying because he was looking at what he just got paid to do a movie. But I'm in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? I done seen God bring down people that got way more than Chris Tucker and all these Negroes put together. When he speak, niggas coming down. You know what I'm saying? So I read the Bible, so my faith was on somewhere else when I'm knowing. I'm not fearing what amount of money a person has knowing God can't reach him because that is not enough money in the world. I didn't know how he was going to be reached, but yeah. He know better. He know I don't play. He know who I am behind the scenes. So I don't know what he was on doing that time, doing them months or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody that don't know better, okay, but Chris knows better. I done met his mother. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know how his mother raised him. He know better. You know. Come on, man. You don't take nobody's shit and you know it's something different. So you know if you show him, whether they do it or not, it's in their head now. You get what I'm saying? So you will start seeing, they couldn't take the show directly, but you start seeing Tyron know more of something that the show had in the world. He knew it, slick ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he knew he couldn't sell it, but he in this way, he hating on it, gonna show people in a certain realm of life that you know. So if I see it out, I'm not gonna know where, but God let me know though. You know what I'm saying? He know better. Nigga, I brought you to church out here, nigga. Yeah. I'm the one that got you started talking about I don't want to smoke. That ain't why I did that, but that's what came out of you. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's fine and dandy, man. But there's a lot more to it than that though. Cause just like I say, we all do little stuff, some people, they grow up and grow out, you know what I'm saying? But to me, that was some different level shit when you take my shit and have a meeting with a whole nother man or companies and shit on my idea without my permission. I know it's done, but I would never do that to my enemy. If you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like you got up and took a bath and put on a suit and put on some funky ass socks and comb your hair. You planned this shit. Looked at the man in the mirror and jumped in your car and did some dirty, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to look in the mirror. You have to look in the mirror. Since you like Michael Jackson, you gotta look at the mirror first before you make sure your hair right. And got in the car and drove and did some shit like that. Like straight out playing. Not like I slipped and did or somebody was there so I just happened to talk about it. No, it was you planned it, set it up, went to sleep, woke up, brushed your teeth, got dressed, got up and got out and did some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a big difference right there. Big difference. Instead of somebody being somewhere and I just spoke it out, I could be like, yeah, well, okay, well, why didn't you tell me? You spoke to somebody, the atmosphere was right, even though it wasn't yours, you just ran your mouth too much. That's different. This was you planned it, set it up. Like you was that, you know what I'm saying? And they ordered it, but he couldn't even return a call. If you so hot like that, my friend, why don't you take something else in for them to order so we could see it? But he knew that particular thing was it. He wanted something, you know what I'm saying? Because he was around me. Yeah, if you could sell something on it, then why don't you do it? You was the man at the time. Then we could have seen your shit. We'll never do that, man. I'll go home before I take somebody else's shit and have a meeting with it, trying to come up on some extra money. I can even sleep. But these niggas do shit like that and go sleep good. It's almost like they the walking dead. Like these niggas already died. They just still here walking and shit. Like me, they don't feel shit. You know what I'm saying? Me, I can't do, I have a heart. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I do, if I do something, it's because I had to do it at that time. But I have a heart though, so I can't go to sleep knowing I did somebody wrong. You know what I'm saying? No, and shiesty and sleeping good and shit, eating good, shiesty, snaky, devilish. Come on, man. And don't feel nothing. You already dead. You just ain't laid your ass in the ground yet. That's all. You the walking dead. Have nothing in you. No life.
Yeah, I hope you and Chris, man, y'all squash out issues. But I gotta ask you before we end this interview, a video went viral of you, playing music in the mall. And I heard that they call you the Music Man. It was like a video that went viral of you and Sheila E. Like, tell me about that, man. I think that's dope, yo. You going around the mall playing music. Like, what made you start doing that, man?
Dude is playing my song in the mall. He doesn't even know.
So Sheila is?
Oh, he didn't know it. That's hilarious. In the mall. That's funny. Thank you.
Oh yeah. It's a mall a couple of blocks from where I stay at. When I first started going there, it was like during the COVID time, right? COVID was there, so I had on the mask. So every time I was dressed, I would just wear a mask. So as time passed, I just kept wearing that mask and added the shades to it and just play my music. You know what I'm saying? But I just went there a couple of times just to play my music to myself because what I was, vibing with. Then I left my little speaker at the house, and I realized everybody. Next time I go, everybody was like, "Where the music? Where the music?" Like Tyron even seen the response. Like people in the stores, the customers. I'm doing something for me wearing shades because I didn't want when I play my music, people to be in my face and see who I am. I just want them to focus on the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So when I left my speaker at home, and when I go back up there, they was on it. So that ain't enough for me to play music. So I just start going up there all the time.
These motherfuckers be clapping and shit. These motherfuckers be wanting all kind. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
And they don't know it's me though. They don't even
know it's him. We
as an actor, they don't know Vonte. They just know the mask.
They be like, there he go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the? Can I get a picture? I'm like, what the is going on? This nigga.
The music man. Matter of fact, he named him though. He was like calling him the music man.
I said, you need to call this nigga the music man. They be clapping for him and shit. They
all races, handicapped,
they
kids.
Love him. They love him.
If I go to the mall one day, they be like, I brought my daughter up here to see you, but you wasn't here. And I just stay in character. When I wave at people, I wave at them with the flag. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you because I do everything with the flag.
Sheila E came up there. I don't know if it went viral and shit. Sheila E came up there.
That's when it went to the next level. I was already cracking for was on people TikTok and viral.
The Glamorous Life came out. When Glamorous Life came pumping through that motherfucker mall.
She made it when she shot the video that time, she put it out on her page and it went from there to Shade Room, then it went everywhere from but that's what I do, but she just tapped into the vibe and it was a blessing for her as well as me, as the music man, Sheila E. Shout out to Sheila E. Glamorous Life. Love you, baby.
Wow. They finally get the backstory, man. Wow, they finally get the backstory too.
And matter of fact, it was even on CBS. It was showed on the news channel. It was also showed on CBS to Talk, because Sheila E. went on CBS to Talk. And this was 3 months after it went viral. And they showed a clip of the music man, like was still talking about that guy. So I was like, wow.
Let me clarify. Like that's something that, first of all, Vonte is very passionate about music. He's a very musical person. Look at it as if how Shaquille O'Neal or Shaq, he plays basketball, but then he likes to DJ. That's something that he likes to do on the side where he DJs or whatever. And that's the same with Sweet. You know what I'm saying? That's a passion that he has, and he takes it very serious. So he just
came into being the music man, something that I do for fun.
Beautiful music, great music.
Yeah,
we would listen to some of the music on our way here, and motherfuckers start clapping and cheering. This shit crazy.
Oh yeah,
man.
Matter of fact, did you see that?
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
Yeah, they as I pass it by, and I ain't even got my mask on, but I'm vibing, and they just started clapping, and I don't even think they know, because they don't know I'm the music man, because I'm not wearing the whole thing, but they felt the vibe. But that's how it is. It's like, it's just because I know music just changed the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Bring a lot of joy, bring a lot of good.
Where I was at the mall, it's cool, but I realized everybody it was something missing. So that's when it just, God, it worked out. Everybody peaceful now. Kids don't be acting crazy.
Yeah, you know what? He didn't change the goddamn mall. Motherfuckers is happy in the mall now. No, I'm serious.
The kids, what that guy tell you?
Some dude came up there and said, man, the kids ain't stealing no more. They happy. They
ain't skateboarding
off to the mall no more. They changed the goddamn.
Because even though I do what I do, the music man, he's bougie, but he's friendly. You know what I'm saying? I may do my thing, walk, vibe. But if I see an elder person coming, the kid, I'm gonna step out the way. He's respectful at the same time, and sometimes that win people over, maybe just more than the music, that they know he's down to earth. You know what I'm saying? So he's cool.
Music man, crazy. He got his own celebrity in his own right. The music man, that's his own little thing. Yeah. You can Google the
Topanga Mall celebrity. The music man gonna come up. If you say Topanga Mall celebrity, or Topanga Mall music man, the picture here gonna come up, and this nigga been there for a year doing his thing. You
crazy,
say Topanga Mall. That's why somebody told me. You say Topanga Mall music. Or Topanga Mall music man.
He's the music man.
This is something I'm doing.
He got
American flag in his
hand.
Like, man, they
Nigga
done
said,
put this guy up, and you can't put that in Google. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. That's something that has to be, organic done in there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing you can do. But I was like, man, his face covered. They thought they probably never seen nothing like that at Topanga Mall. Black guy could walk through the mall with his face covered playing music.
they can't fuck with him because he got his American flag. Like, don't fuck with me. I am an American. And they be waving that motherfucking flag like, I'm an American in this motherfucker.
Yeah, but I said, you may not like that I'm black or whatever, but you gonna respect this flag. I know you may not get the picture right now, but one day you will. But until then, I'm not breaking no laws. I'm waving my flag. I know the difference between the policy and the penal code. Don't think I'm stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So you really find joy in that. I mean, that's
Yeah,
dope, man.
that's something I enjoy doing, whether I ever been on TV or not. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So when COVID came and the mask, all that, just something that made me, because if I wasn't wearing my mask or create the shades, I wouldn't do it, because people would be too involved in my face and putting it with something else. You know what I'm saying? But he can be in his own world. He got his own costume vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's like cool. People just see him as they see him. So I'm glad that worked out like that. I thank God. Yeah.
I'm happy you find joy in that, man. Most importantly, you finding happiness in that. That's all that matters, man. So yeah, that's dope, man. But Vonte and Tyron, man, great interview, man. Incredible interview. And shout out to both of y'all, man, for coming on the platform, man.
Yeah,
Salute.
we'll come running back with you.
Oh yeah, it's time. Let that run. Yeah, for sure. Did you send him the pictures? Good.